Make your music career with Platinum Seller Beats. One, and the only.
'Cause I hustle hard. I'ma hustle hard. Watch me hustle hard. I'ma hustle hard. 'Cause I hustle hard. Watch me hustle hard. I'ma hustle hard. Watch me hustle hard.
Sir, your bad face, they no need for no mascot. Marijuana, cocaine, heroin.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the HomeGrown Show. It's your boy, Randy G. Coach Omar Williams, Dre behind the screen, but I think today you will see his face. Oh, man, first time ever. If y'all have never seen that face, that is the Boston Celtics fan that is no longer a Boston Celtics fan for at least the rest of this month.
Wow.
Shout out to the Cavaliers. We'll talk about that later. We are joined this week, special guest. We've talked to him before. Before it was on the football field over at Collinwood. But we got him here in the office, here at the table. He could be a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more funny as he is. This is Cayenne Cooper, DB quarterback for the Northeast Ohio Saints. How you doing, sir?
How about you?
All right, good to have you back. Where you coming from right now?
I just came from a workout down in Fairview High School.
Okay. Is it a camp for everybody that played for the Saints, or is this for certain players?
It's just a public camp.
Okay.
Out for the public.
You got a coach over there sitting next to you. Be honest with your answers when he asks you something. You never know. We might see him later in the future. He might be calling a few plays for you. So, Coach, you got anything for him?
First off, welcome. Thank you for coming down, especially after a workout. Let me ask you, first off, because a lot of cats don't get that extra work in, whose idea was it to go to these workouts?
It's my choice whether my dad,
Okay.
he tells me where they're going to be at.
Okay.
He asks me if I want to go.
Okay.
I choose to go.
Okay.
We go. Have fun. Playing my sport. Just go out there to work.
I asked that question because it's very, very important, and I'm sure your dad drills this into you, to actually work at your craft. I think a lot of young athletes don't understand that when you play a sport, like if you want to be serious about it, it's just like any other job or craft. You have to work at it to get better. So first off, it's a great thing that you actually see that and want to get better, and that your dad is there to put that into you. What are your plans for this season?
Get better. Have fun. Win.
To win? Okay. Three important things. So tell everybody a little bit about the Saints. I'm stomping them on the questions.
Well,
Where do you guys practice at?
practice at Garfield Park.
Okay.
I think it's Windy Ridge.
Okay.
Practice around 6 to, I would say, 8:30.
Okay.
And my coach was Coach Moffitt.
Okay. I know Coach Moffitt.
Coach Moff, Coach Phil,
Mm-hmm.
Coach Duke, and Coach Tim.
Okay. And what age? How old are you?
I'm 12.
You're 12. Okay, so you'll be in the varsity or the bantamweight division this year, right?
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to it?
October. Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of the questions when we did the redesigning of the divisions and the league came up with this was the concern about 12-year-olds playing with 13-year-olds and some 14-year-olds. Does the prospect of playing with 13 and 14-year-olds make you nervous at all?
Doesn't make me nervous at all because I knew these kids since I was 6 and 7.
Mm.
Played with these kids before when we played midget back in later years, so it doesn't really concern me.
Okay. So and you know we're unlimited weight now immunity. Does that concern you at all?
I mean, I'm a big dude.
I love this kid's answers.
Dude.
But you know what? I asked you that because I sit in on a lot of the league meetings leading up to the start of the season, and that's what many of the concerns were. 12s playing with 13 and 14-year-olds and the unlimited weight. Me personally, I think we were well overdue with the unlimited weight. So I'm looking forward to it because now, especially with you playing quarterback, you got some big boys there to protect you. And this is going to get you more prepared for high school. But with us trying to figure out how to do this, we never consider asking or bringing kids in, or student athletes, young men, I shouldn't say kids, and ask them how they feel about this. So I think that your answer and your carefree ways about competition is probably echoed in the league. So I think we made a good decision in what we did as a league.
Yeah, I think it was a good decision.
You do? So, oh, it's okay. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Did you just raise your hand? The camera on you?
I think he did.
The camera's on you.
I learned what it took to win that championship. That team that we lost to, they worked hard all year. They earned it. They played really good defense because we didn't score. So I just had that grit and I grinded all season. I knew it was time to win.
I got a question for you. Omar alluded to you'll be playing with basic guys older than you, might be bigger than you, faster. You said this might be your first time, even though you said you played against those same guys. I remember watching a video clip that Dre put together where you pretty much seemed like you were the fastest kid, like you might have had one of the biggest arms. So now you're about to play with guys that might be faster, might be stronger. Is there not a fear factor, but any type of at least thing that you feel you need to prepare yourself for?
I always feel like you can prepare for certain things at the beginning of the season. Like even last year I was trying to prepare myself, getting bigger, getting faster, getting stronger. Even though I might have been the biggest, the fastest, the strongest, it's always room to improve.
Good answer.
It's one thing that you forgot, and a lot of people overlook this. You want to get smarter.
That too.
Because the smarter you get on the field and the faster you can process information,
the easier it is to play.
The easier it is for you to play. So, especially being a quarterback, the crucial thing is for you to be smart. Speaking of smart, how are your grades?
I am a merit roll student.
Okay.
Close to honor roll.
Okay.
I like school.
You like school?
It's cool.
What school do you go to?
I go to Mayfield Middle.
Oh, okay. Mayfield Middle School. Okay. So you got that's a really good school.
Yep.
You got to get that up to honor roll.
Yeah, been working on it.
Okay. Well, keep working because the one thing that you don't want to happen is for you to limit your opportunities for high school and college because of your grades. So even though you're at a merit roll right now, just the difference between a 3.5 and 3.0 could cost you scholarships and opportunities to play in different schools. So keep that in your mind. What do you do to be a smarter football player?
Me personally, I watch film. I talk to coaches. I go to workouts, and I like to observe and watch what the older high school kids are doing, and I try to perfect what they're doing to a different level, a higher level.
So when you say you watch them and try to perfect it, do you, like let's say you're watching a high school practice, do you mentally put yourself in that situation and go through it in your head to this is what I would do if that was me, or maybe that high schooler's footwork is not correct. You can see it, but he doesn't realize it. You see what I'm saying? That is something that someone your age doesn't do. And the fact that you're doing that now is putting you way ahead of kids your age. The one thing that I noticed in just watching you and watching your demeanor, you're a few years beyond yourself, which is a good thing. That's a test to your parents, just in how you conduct yourself. So keep that up. As far as schools, where do you see yourself in the next 2 to 3 years as you get ready to progress to high school?
So as of now, I'm thinking about staying in Mayfield.
Okay.
But I'm also looking at private schools such as St. Ed's. I'm looking at Benny. I'm also looking at a school in Canton called Canton McKinley.
Okay. Okay. Canton McKinley, that's a football school right there.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question about that real quick. So, say that, the tradition, the history, what they do as far as winning right now. Benedictine has a tradition and history of winning. One school has too many guys that want to play football. The other school doesn't have so much. Would you base your decision on that as far as possibly, making a team like say it is, but you got to really, really fight for your playing time? Or going to a school like Benedictine where you might not be guaranteed a spot, but you pretty much got it. How would you base your decision on that? If we move in academics to the side of just talking about football.
See, me, I'm a competitor, so that wouldn't really hold me back from going to one school. Because if I think, yeah, he's here now, but I think I can beat him next, or I can be next up, and I'll beat everybody out just to get that job.
Whatever, man.
Hey, man.
Good answer, man.
You know what?
Right. Yeah, he fair.
He's not, and I'm gonna tell you. That is the perfect answer.
No doubt.
That is the perfect answer, and I'm gonna tell you. I was actually yesterday. I was at the state track meet down in Columbus, and I was talking to an athletic director at a high school, a private school, and we were talking about that. The fact that we put, I mean Muni, Cleveland Muni football, we put so many kids in high school programs. And one of the things that we've noticed is that we tend to send kids to all the same schools. So after a while, some of these other schools got to come and be smart and start coming and getting some of our kids, because there are plenty to go around. And B, we have to do a better job of getting you guys as student athletes more opportunities at these other schools. I've had multiple conversations with athletic directors at private schools about our kids and our league. And that's why I asked to think about your grades, because that's what would hold you back, would be academics. You don't have to worry about that. So you have a pool of high schools to choose from. The thing about it for you is, A, keep your grades up. B, keep progressing as an athlete and as a young man. And C, telling them, show me the money.
Oh, wow.
You like that, Ray?
Oh, wow.
You ain't like that?
No.
No, but let's be real, though. No, let's be real. Because we have to look at this after a certain point as a business. And what I tell my athletes is, I coach high school basketball. What I tell them, and I actually got this from Coach L. Meeks, who's a Central Catholic legend, you are worth 6 figures because you're an athlete. Every time you do something like going to a camp on a Sunday to get better, you just put money into your own stock. That's what you're doing. So at a certain point, you take that stock and you got all of these people trying to buy your stock. You're worth more than you understand right now. So when I say show me the money, I mean take all of your options for school, whether it's high school or college, and make them give you something.
Thanks for clearing that up. Because you made it sound like, brown bag.
Hey, man, listen. Let me tell you
Cash in the
something.
brown bag.
It's a method to my madness.
No, it's not. You're just mad.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it is. But seriously, so, you're going to get a great education regardless.
I got a question
What's your question?
for his dad.
Okay. You're going to put Pops on the spot.
Real quick. Remember what we talked about last week as far as youth and football?
Yes.
So before I get to that question, first of all, I want to say we hear this myth that black fathers don't exist. I see you, so obviously you're here.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's been around for a while, apparently.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Black fathers don't support. I've seen you on the field. You do that. So I just want to say thank you to that. I know your son appreciates it.
Definitely.
Youth football. We're hearing a lot about we're going to start taking our kids out of youth football for health reasons. We don't need to go into why with all that. You've heard about it. Do you have any concerns now that could affect long term?
I don't, because of the way he plays the game. The coaching that we have been blessed to have, and being in a great league like the Blue League, that puts safety first for our children. Because these not only are our future athletes, they're our future leaders in the community. So as long as the Blue League has a commitment and have that partnership with organizations like USA Football, there's never been a safety concern on my behalf as a parent.
Okay. Cool.
Now, let's ask, because this is another question we don't ask the athlete. Do you have any concerns about getting hurt?
Me personally, I don't, because I feel that you can avoid getting hurt. Like, say, if you work out all the time, you're always in the gym, you're getting stronger, you wouldn't be getting hurt as much if you do everything the right way, the way your coaches tell you to. And I feel the players that get hurt try to make the big play, the big ooh, instead of doing the right thing.
Man, listen, I'm going to tell you, man, I love this kid, man. I love this kid. Now, and I'm going to finish this because I don't like talking about injuries and getting hurt and things like that, but I do need the people to understand, and coming from an athlete, do you follow the concussion CTE thing? Do you even know what exactly it is?
I don't look into stuff like that.
Okay.
Let my dad and my mom.
You let them handle that?
Yeah, I don't worry about that.
Okay. Because but see, here's the thing though. There's no need for you to do that because you play the game the right way.
The smart way.
And you tackle with form, and you do what your coaches tell you to do. So it's no need for you. But your parents are smart. You're smart, and you understand that if you take care of your body will take care of you, which is, something that young athletes have a perfect example of right in front of them every night down at the queue. Because there's a reason why that man doesn't get hurt, because he takes care of his body. Did you just say Shannon? Lord Jesus.
Hey, y'all, on that note, we about to go to break. We come back, we'll be back with Kanye Cooper. A couple more questions, and if you got any questions for us, we are on Facebook, YouTube, text us. If you got a question, let us know, and we'll put that out there. We'll also ask Kanye to give out his information. Everybody now has social media. He's a popular kid. I know he wants more friends, so we get it out when we come back. Thank you.
The moment that is.
Coach K exclusive.
I ain't leaving my section. We about to turn the fuck up. I
ain't leaving my section. We about to turn the fuck up. I ain't leaving my section. We about to turn the fuck up. Everybody drink up. Everybody drink up. Cause honey bottles on me. Honey bottles on me. Honey bottles on me. Honey bottles on me. Grab whatever you want. Cause honey bottles on me. Honey bottles on me. Honey bottles on me. Honey bottles on me. I know you see that rose. Y'all know where I been. VIP with my homies. Fuckers all in the air. We showing up with our hoes. If it ain't more, baby, take it back, we don't want that. I done got a mama. I done got a mama. That's why you see me on couches, standing up with two hoes. I don't do new niggas. It's only niggas I know. I allow my section. You know. I ain't leaving my section. We about to turn the fuck up. I ain't leaving my section. We about to turn the fuck up. I ain't leaving my section. We about to turn the fuck up. Everybody drink up. Everybody drink up. Cause honey bottles on me. Honey bottles on me. Honey bottles on me. Honey bottles on me. Grab whatever you want. Cause honey bottles on me. Honey bottles on me. Honey bottles on me.
I say, how these bottles on me? How these bottles on me? If they get the trippin' and try to kick us out, I bet all the models gon' leave. Cause I'm who they came to see. I'm who they came to see. No jersey on, I'm still number one. It's the Booby Gang OG. Posted up with my new house. She look way better than my ex.
Welcome back to the Homegrown Show. Omar, Dre, special guest Kyan Cooper. He's here with his dad and a couple friends. Mr. Cooper, football is your sport.
Yes, sir.
You said I don't think you said. I didn't even ask you. Did I ask you what position you played? Before we was on air. So off air, I asked him, but he told me he's a quarterback and a defensive back. I want to ask you what's your favorite. Do you have a preference?
I don't have a preference. I like to play. I want to get on the field.
That's why I didn't ask you. I knew you was going to tell me that. That's an athlete answer. I like that.
That's a good answer.
Do you have a favorite play?
I actually do have a favorite play. Hope Coach Mouth don't get mad at me for saying this on air. My favorite play is what we call a quarterback wrap. So it's an implication of a read option. The running back is running his zone read. I'm reading the DN, and if the DN bites on the zone read, I'm in the 4-hole right behind my left tackle lead blocker. Most of the time, touchdown. So it's my favorite play.
So for the audience, because that was a lot of football talk, they're sitting there like, what the hell is he talking about?
I thought he broke it down pretty well, but go ahead, Omar.
He broke it down very well.
So what you about to do?
If you know football. Okay. Oh, I'm not about to touch it.
What you about to do?
I'm not about
He
to
just said he
touch
scored a
it.
touchdown.
That man broke that down, and that goes back to the actual intelligence of the game, knowing the game. Again, as a quarterback, you have to know everything.
Everything. Every position.
He just told us the running back's job, his job, the left tackle's job. And what the DN needs to do for them to get this playoff. That's why he scores touchdowns. Because he knows the game. So why don't you give us your IG and your Twitter handle?
My IG handle is _1 Kyan Cooper _ ATH.
Okay.
My Twitter is KCooper 2023.
Okay. And they can find your highlights and stuff on your Instagram and your Twitter?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what I'm going to tell you, and this is how recruiting goes, get on your IG, get on your Twitter, and find them high school coaches, find those high school programs, follow them, they'll follow you back. That's one way to help the recruiting process for yourself. Also, and this is very, very important for all young athletes, be very, very careful what you put on your social media.
Starting now.
Start now, because I've talked to numerous coaches who've said they look at a guy's Instagram and his Twitter and his Facebook, and they'll pull him right off the recruiting list just off of some of the mess that they see So it's very, very important that you're aware of the social media aspect of your recruiting as a young athlete. Again, you carry yourself very well. You speak very well. You're going to have no problems passing certain tests as far as what a coach is looking for. You're a smart young man. You're athletic. You're competitive. That's the other thing that coaches look for. You're a competitor. Do you know when does camp open for you guys? Practice starts.
See, me, I plan on playing for my school this year.
Oh, okay.
So as a OHSAA law,
Mm-hmm.
they can't really practice with us
Right.
until around August.
Okay. So you're just working out until then?
Trying to get in shape.
Okay. Well, you already in shape. You trying to stay in shape.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah. That's what's up. So you man with a plan. That's a good thing, man. That's a good thing.
I got another question for Dad. Is there an amount of camps that you allow him to go to, or would you cap it at a certain amount, or as long as he wants to go and he feels good, do you care?
I try to keep it balanced. You know, with him only being 12 years old, I don't want it to burn him out. You know, I still want it to be fun. I still want him to learn things when we go to these camps. So I don't want to overload his schedule. I still want him to have time to hang out with his friends or be baby by his mom because he like that.
Of course.
Okay.
I try to remain cognizant of that.
Okay.
But at the same time, we do want that competitive match.
Absolutely.
We want to be better than the next guy.
Absolutely.
We roll out there, so we work.
Okay.
24/7.
This, when you're out there in practice or camps and say you're doing a drill or two that you really don't like or you're tired, do you show it?
Tired.
See, as an athlete, I've learned coaches don't like it if you don't go 100%.
At all.
Regardless if you like the drill, if you're tired, work harder, work better, work smarter.
Absolutely. Man, you were just mid-roll, huh? Not on the roll. Just with these questions.
It was one social study.
Oh,
grade
wow.
away.
Okay.
Is that what it was? Social
Okay.
studies?
Killed me.
Who's your favorite athlete?
My favorite athlete right now is Cam Newton.
Okay.
How do you feel about Cam's post-game attire?
I think it's swagged out. I mean, I think he's the new wave.
Okay.
See, like you see guys like Russell Westbrook. You seen LeBron's
Yeah,
last
yeah.
outfit,
Yeah, we were
the suits
talking
with
about
the
that.
shorts. He's the new wave.
So you would rock something like that?
Kanye, come on, man.
Come on.
I said he was the new wave.
Okay.
I didn't say.
It ain't for everybody, right?
So you probably got your own style, because I think it's a way of expressing yourself. It's art. That's why I asked that question. The fashion industry and sports is just on a head-on collision. So that's why I asked that. But we're looking forward to your season this year.
Me too.
We need to get you back in here midway through the season. That sounds good.
Yep.
You already know Dre, wherever you at, is going to find you.
Yeah.
With a camera.
Yeah.
We going to be there. You are the reason I got exposed to these drones back here from being at your football game. So we'll catch you. We wish you good luck, good health, and your dad is always there. He's always supporting. Make sure you always appreciate. I ain't saying it to say that, but a lot of kids don't get the opportunity to look up in the stands and their dad is there. Most people see their moms up there, but dad is there. So make sure you appreciate that. Mr. Cooper, we appreciate you coming.
Oh, no problem.
When we come back, we will get into our pro sports segment. But again, we want to thank Mr. Cooper for coming, and we'll catch you when we come back to the Homegrown Show.
See you.
And I don't care what people say, cause I'ma make it bigger. And I don't people say, cause I'ma make it bigger. And I don't care what people say, cause I'ma make it bigger. And I don't care what people say. Check it, small town, big dreams, I don't care. Cause maybe one day people listen everywhere. And I'ma make it big, I'ma make it right. Guess I know it cause my mama told me that I had my future bright. And everywhere I go, fuck them haters. Cause I know that they don't know that I'ma making all them papers. Making paper, multiplying paper. Look my haters in the eye, tell them see you later. G real, that's me. I'ma keep it real even if we disagree, yeah. Make it greater, I'ma make it greater. You'll be bumping to my music while you ride the elevator. Cause we going up, ain't no going down. Me, my homies, and myself, we going right for town. And I don't care what people say, cause I'ma make it bigger. And I don't care what people say, cause I'ma make it bigger. Making paper, multiplying paper. Look my haters in the eye, tell them see you later, Blake.
Making paper, multiplying paper. Making paper, multiplying paper. Hey, yeah, we making paper in this bitch, man. Me and G really are spit. And off the top, you know you feeling this, man. This a talent, yeah, we really gifted. Found a way, so I had to get it. Me and G made a plan, started doing business. I don't wanna be your friend if it's for commission. On the way to the riches, I'm just counting digits. We don't do the fake, yeah, you better watch your distance. We just getting bigger, yeah, you better keep on listening. Multiplying paper, yeah, we turned it to a living. You can't walk in my shoes, you don't get the picture. I just wanna get big and let my mama witness. I'ma stay humble, I'm not gonna fall a victim. Making paper, multiplying paper.
Look my haters in the eye, tell them see you later, yeah.
Making paper, multiplying paper.
Yeah.
Making paper, multiplying paper. Making paper, multiplying paper. Making paper, multiplying paper.
Look my haters in the eye, tell them see you later. Look my haters in the eye, tell them see you later, yeah. Making paper, multiplying paper. Making paper, multiplying paper. Making paper, multiplying paper. Making paper, multiplying paper.
Mob ties, mob guys, big cash, money scheme, bitch, we get it on.
You ain't got no money, don't sit in my section.
Mob ties, mob guys, big cash, money scheme, bitch, we get it on.
You ain't got no money, don't sit in my section. We gon' be going down in history. When they talk mob ties, they gon' mention me. We gon' be going down in history. Living this lifestyle, it was meant to be. We gon' be going down in history. When they talk mob ties, they gon' mention me. We gon' be going down in history. Living this lifestyle, it was meant to be. So stuck in my lifestyle, I can't think of changing. I'm on them hunters now, I can't see no changing. I come from where niggas be envying. Tony Montana on internet. Bro told me ride with that 40 ounce. Fuck around, give him that ASAP. When shit getting rocky, get out of pocket, I reach for the rocket. I aim and shoot, John Stockton, I can't let these pussy niggas start the profit. I'm ballin' on fake snakes and exes. You see me, just know the lifestyle stresses. You ain't about no money, don't sit in my section. I can't be seen fucking with no peasant.
If I said it, I meant it, goddamn it, geeked up, don't know how the fuck I'm getting home. Y'all gon' remember my name, y'all gon' remember my team, and y'all gon' remember this song. Mob ties, mob guys, big cash, money scheme, bitch, we get it on. Mama was a hustler, granny was a hustler, so you know it's in my bone. Eating good, yeah, we bout that. Said we scared, yeah, I doubt that. What you made, yeah, I double that. Money bands, keep them running back. Keep them running back. Bands, keep them running back. What you made, yeah, I double that. Money bands, keep them running back.
We gon' be going down in history.
Welcome back to the HomeGrown Show. We just said goodbye to Clay and Cooper. We are now about to go into our always fun, always debated, always disagreed on pro sports section. Only thing we're going to talk about is basketball. Omar wants to talk hockey. I refuse to.
I don't understand why you disrespect
no.
Really
I'm not disrespecting
Stanley Cup Finals.
I'm not disrespecting. I'm just ignoring it. There's a difference. To me, it doesn't exist. if you view that as disrespect,
it is. The Caps are up 2-1 on Vegas, by the way.
That's okay. What does that mean?
Just won a game last night.
What does that mean?
It's a 7-game series, just like basketball.
Is it basketball?
They got a net.
Yeah. Okay.
Why, Dre, man? You got to back me up on this, man. We got to get some Stanley.
You really think this guy, of all people, you've heard his political stances, it's going to back hockey?
I mean, this is ridiculous.
So, what we got? We got game 1, NBA Finals. We all know what happened. We all saw how it went.
What happened?
At the end of the day, the Cavaliers lost. What? But we can always go back and look at the last minute. In the last minute, you had a foul that was called initially a charging foul that was turned into a block. Then you had.
Wait.
Let me just get a quick summary.
But was it actually called a charge?
It was very undecided. It was a charge because for a minute the Cavaliers were giving the ball. Then it was going to review.
Okay.
That was changed to a block. You follow up with a free throw that was missed by George Hill that could have given the Cavaliers the lead.
80% free throw shooter.
And you followed up with that missed free throw caused a offensive rebound for J.R. Smith where he just absolutely didn't know what to do for a minute. In 35 seconds, you had a lot was going on there.
A lot of stuff.
A
lot of stuff.
I know we have people that feel
cheated
by the refs. Some people blame George Hill. Some people blame J.R. Smith. It took a couple of days, but I finally heard the first person blame LeBron James, which I couldn't believe it. But after I heard the argument, I said, whatever.
How?
He should have passed the ball to George Hill. He had Steph Curry on him. It's an argument that some people want to have that don't like him. So I'm not blaming anything. I always say in sports, most things aren't black and white. A lot of things can happen. So in this situation, they lost. I'm a fan. I could always be fair. George Hill should have hit the free throw.
He should have.
That ends most things. Golden State probably would have called a timeout, got the ball at half court. Who knows what happens there?
Right.
But at least in that situation, you're up
everything
1.
Everything went the right way.
So
where do we want to go when we look at this last minute of game 1? Do we want to go all the way back to the Kevin Durant drive? And
to me, that's where it started.
Okay. So go ahead. I want to hear what you was thinking when that play happened.
You called a charge right then and there. As a Cavs fan,
okay,
game over.
Okay.
Like in my mind, game over. Not was it game over? No, we were up 2, but you got the ball, and the man that had 50 points is about to get the ball in his hands. You know how the Cavs are when they rolling. I feel they were about to put the game away.
Okay.
That's how I felt.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's how they felt.
So, because I kind of want to have you separate the fans.
Which I can. So I'm going to do that, and then this is what I'm going to do. Okay. I was thinking about this literally walking to Kanye. So hopefully I didn't take away from that interview by thinking about the Cavs.
No, it's okay. You did a good job.
Dre, I have to include Dre in this.
Okay.
To go with this little analogy I have.
Okay.
Stay with me for a second. Dre used to be a mailman.
Okay.
I am a mailman. Okay. He's going to feel this, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I compare being a mailman in certain situations to what the Cavs went through when that call was reversed. Okay? When that call was reversed and when it happened, like I just said, I felt the game was probably not over, but it was in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get the ball. We up 2. Let's finish this thing out. We see the finish line.
Okay.
Hostile environment. Best team in basketball. We see it. We got it.
Okay.
As mailmen, we get off at 4:30.
Okay.
Okay? Stay with me. At 3:50, we're on our last street.
Okay.
All day you've been thinking about what you're going to do when you get off. Even though you probably ain't going to do none of it because you've been thinking about it so much that when you get off, you're tired.
I was going to say, you got
tired. But still, you already planning in your mind what I'm going to do when I get off.
Okay.
You know you're done. Let me go ahead and knock this little street off.
Mm-hmm.
So then that's 3:50, right? 4:15, you back in the station. You putting your little mail up. You putting your bag away.
Okay.
The day is over. You won.
Okay.
Let me even throw this in there. It's a Tuesday. Straight up about Tuesdays. Tuesdays are what we call advo day.
Okay.
That's when those ads come with all the stupid.
I hate those, man.
I know. We all do.
Honestly, I wish you guys as mail carriers didn't have to worry about all that.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that.
No problem.
So I'm giving you the ads are the Warriors.
Okay.
The rain that came on the ad day is Oracle Arena. Right? It's 4:25 now. I'm at the time clock. 5 minutes and I'm done. But this is what happened. We heard the phone ring while we at the time clock. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, the supervisor going off. She hang up the phone and she says, "Hey, Gross, Evans, need y'all to go back out and help a carrier for another hour."
Damn.
Do you know that feeling? Drake know that feeling.
Yes, I do, bro.
You've worked all day. You've conquered the day. You've been in the elements, and you've dealt with some heavy crap all day. And you were done. You were at the finish line.
Okay.
The Cavs were done. They were there. They were at the finish line. All of a sudden, it was taken from them. And when I'm at that time clock, I have to now mentally prepare myself to get back out there. I'm going to do it. It's my job.
Right.
The Cavs are ready for overtime. It happens.
Right.
Mentally, they checked out. Yep. It was over. Mentally, at 4:25, I'm at the time clock. My day is over.
Okay.
That's the best analogy I can give to comparing that my job or a job to their job.
Wow.
They had to be professionals. They still had.
That's 100% accurate.
They had to be. George Hill still hit that free throw.
Wow.
JR should have known to either call a timeout, kick it to LeBron, or pump fake and do something. But we can't blame it on that. I'm blaming everything on that block charge reversal.
Okay.
Because that caused, if you give me that call, I have the ball up 2.
Okay.
Instead of now you give me the ball and it's tied and mentally I'm deflated.
But Gross, what about LeBron taking the 3 that was a 2?
100% fact. I'm just speaking on momentum shit. Because we always talk about stats.
Right.
We talk about this. We never talk about the emotional part of the game, which I always hear people tell me, sports is 90% mental, 10% physical.
Right.
In a finals game against that team in that building, there's no more mental you can have for thinking it's over.
I just want everybody to understand. I wish y'all were in the studio right now because I've never felt this much emotion come from this side of the room.
You should have saw me in my basement.
You never been at the time clock.
You never been there, dog.
I mean,
that's the worst feeling.
Both of us, bro.
It's the worst feeling.
I feel like you just channeled your fandom from game 1 and merged it with your
my job. I did
situation.
I did.
And it just okay. So here's my viewpoint on this, and I'm gonna try to make the block charge thing as quick as possible.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, and I know some of the viewers, especially if they know me, they're like, "You not a Cavs fan, anyway."
Right.
Okay.
You can push that aside. You can push that to the side, right?
Yeah, because
Absolutely.
I'm logical.
Right.
If you watch the game,
I got a question before you even go any further.
Go ahead.
Are you coming at me from a fan watching that, or are you coming at me from a coach angle?
As a fan, because as a coach, I would have lost my mind if I was Tyronn Lue.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, and
All right.
if I'm Steve Kerr, I'd have been like, "Lord Jesus."
Right.
So, and I've been on the end of those type calls. As a fan of the NBA, of basketball, I'm watching, and I watch the game different from everybody else, of course, because I'm a coach and I played, like not on that level, but I played. So I'm watching. First thing I watched when Kevin Durant drove to the basket was that baseline ref. Second thing I watched was that sideline ref at half court at the timeout line. Neither one of them knew what to call. And if you watch them, you got your baseline ref is like
almost a
like
charge.
This, like
almost
he's
a
having
charge.
Seizure. Like he doesn't know. He's looking for help from the ref at half court. The ref at half court is like
he's about to go block.
It's like they was doing like a poorly choreographed line. It was horrible.
Right.
So neither one of them are sure of what to make. Neither one of them wanted to make a call. So to me, they got the call right after replay.
Okay.
Now, here's the argument. You're not allowed to replay
a block charge. What can you replay?
You can replay where the feet were on the block charge.
Where was his feet?
His feet was outside the circle. Okay. Now, here's the thing. That baseline ref, and I should have called some refs that I know to ask this question, but that baseline ref should have been looking at LeBron's feet. Now, they're going to say there's a lot of stuff going on, whatever. But that was what he should have been looking at, and then there's no doubt.
Absolutely.
And then there's no replay needed.
Absolutely.
Now,
watching LeBron KD, LeBron didn't get there in time. His feet were not set because his right foot was still dragging over. His shoulders was not square because they say you need to be in a defensive position. His shoulders were here, not square to Kevin Durant.
So you said his feet weren't set.
His feet weren't set. His body was.
See, I thought his feet were set, but his body was moving. Which Jeff Van Gundy has taught me many times. You are allowed to protect yourself and move.
Right, but when you're taught, when you're taking a charge and when you're setting a pick at a young age, what you protecting? Your meat.
Absolutely. I mean, Kevin Durant's tall.
Okay, so your protection is here. This is the position that you should be making.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, that right foot was still dragging over.
Mm-hmm.
His shoulders were turned this way still because he was still moving to get to that position.
Mm-hmm.
He was not square, and he did a slight lean into Kevin Durant.
Okay.
It was the right call. It just shouldn't have had to go through replay illegally to get to that call. And we were talking about it before the show. They should just went jump ball. And by rule, that's what they're supposed to do.
That's literally like watching you replaying a guy on NFL to see if his foot out of bounds, but you just happen to see a holding penalty over there, and you call that too. Like, wait, that's not a part of the replay.
Right. And the refs messed up. You know,
a lot.
They did. They had a horrible fourth quarter.
When it's all said and done, it happens. My thing is, and I know you. If I can bring up hockey for a quick second.
Oh, wow.
They legit will put in rule changes during the season.
Okay.
That's the only sport I've ever seen do that.
Okay.
Probably because, nobody cares or watches. Wow. But they do it.
Wow. Okay.
At some point, the NBA, to at least alleviate fans with conspiracy theories, which I would think will help them, we got to hold refs accountable.
Yes.
Fine them.
Yes.
Make them come to the podium to talk.
Well,
I don't know what it needs to be. And then because when you come at me the next day with the 2-minute report,
man, oh man,
and all you do is have a whole bunch of corrections, what does that do?
It doesn't do anything. But here's the thing. You don't want the refs to be noticed at all during this.
We know they are. It's not like you know the refs. You know names of refs these days. I mean, it's not a lot of them.
You do, but again. It was the right call. It shouldn't have got to that point. Me personally, as a coach, I hate the whole charging thing in general. I want my players to play some damn defense.
Yeah, that's what you want.
I don't like the sliding up under players as they're driving to the basket. Make a play on the ball. That's a cop-out to me.
At what point do you make it? Okay, at what point could that have been a no-call? We've seen that sometimes they'll call a block or a charge. When do they not? You would know this better than me. When is it distinguished that it's not even something that we can call? When the guy isn't set and the other guy isn't. How do they even?
I mean,
because they do that sometimes.
Sometimes, but in that situation, they're gonna make that call. They have to.
Okay.
But to me, LeBron should just went up and made a play on the ball. I mean, to be honest.
Well, in hindsight, yeah. If you're gonna get called for a foul, you might as well, see if they really call it.
So let's flip it to the other end. All right, so Kevin Durant makes his 2 free throws. You call your timeout, and you come down. You get fouled. You're at the line. You're now George Hill. 80% free throw shooter. Gets up there, shoots first, makes. Shoots the second. Boing. The refs missed lane violation.
Blatant.
I don't know what that baseline ref was looking at. J.R. Smith gets the rebound. Now, in my mind, I know the score because I have this big scoreboard above my head. I can look up here and see across the scoreboard or the little scoreboard thingy that they got scrolling. It's a lot of bright lights with numbers on there.
Definitely.
I don't get it.
So did you hear Tim Legler? The game was over. Did you hear it?
I might have. Which one are you talking about?
He basically said he was being real fair to JR.
Okay.
Even I was kind of like, maybe.
Okay.
He said it's possible JR already was playing out these scenarios in his mind, what to do if certain things happen.
Right.
He said it's very possible JR had it in his mind that he did make the shot.
Okay.
And that even when he got the rebound, it didn't dawn on him, he missed.
Right.
And so JR, and then when you look at what JR tells LeBron, really thought
Poor JR.
in his mind, again, that's why I go back to, y'all tell me all the time, 90% mental, 10% physical. He clocked out.
Yeah, but you know what?
You can't.
And let's take that back to the young man that was sitting here with us earlier. Being first of all, we got to understand, and I've said this before. J.R. Smith's not.
When you say that,
a lot of guys in the NBA. Like
I was about to say that. That's not taking a shot at JR.
No, it's not.
We've seen the highlights of JR literally talking to guys on the sideline, and the play was going on. Like JR is it guy? He's a Richard. Yo, I can't do two things in one thing to do.
And a lot of guys
happen at the moment, but once I read every single joke, saw every single meme, it was like, damn, JR.
But I'm gonna tell
sorry.
You, as a player, I would have got the rebound. I'd have went back up and tried to make a bucket.
I think most people would have did that. No, I would have. I would have. Where's LeBron?
No,
that's what I'm doing.
I want my 2 points.
Hey man, KD was right there.
I don't care. KD gonna have to foul me.
KD would have did this.
No,
he would have had to foul you.
Nah, bro. Not.
How tall are you? Okay.
6'9".
So I don't know, man. I have no excuses. I'm not a fan that makes excuses. It happened.
I mean, it's unfortunate. They still had an opportunity to win in overtime, and they didn't.
They did not have opportunity after overtime. In theory, they did.
In theory, they did.
Dog, they had to go back out and deliver more mail.
They did.
That game was over.
It
was over.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I hope that they can bounce back from this.
Favor.
They played really well.
They play. Listen, man. I was sitting on the couch waiting for a 20-point L.
I was surprised.
I was shocked the whole game.
The one thing that Golden State has to do is keep them off the boards. I think that's why the score was what it was, because they killed them on the boards. Yeah. And so I've been begging for JaVale McGee to get in the game.
Yeah.
For the whole. Lord Jesus, JaVale McGee, please, you're making me look bad.
Dude, he's 7 foot J.R. Smith. That's what he is.
Did you see the missed dunk?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You 7 feet, you can't miss the dunk. But I'm gonna tell you, and this goes back to working on your craft, working on your game. His foot.
Points. The free throw is good, and the lead is 2. And they
put the ball down to go for a dunk, and that's what messed him up. Catch the ball, turn, pivot, dunk the damn ball. He threw his whole. He didn't even know where he was at on the floor.
No.
It was embarrassing. I don't know. JaVale McGee, please get it together, because you're very important on this run for Golden State, because he's the only one that can possibly keep Tristan off the boards, because Looney can't.
No.
Poor Looney.
That's one that I don't call it an advantage, but that's the only advantage I think the Cavs have over them. They're deeper.
Right.
Which really showed up. Huh?
Deeper.
They have more guys that you can go to. Listen, when the Cavs were playing, and even Houston the last few games, were playing 5-on-3.
Okay.
Draymond is a liability offensively. Hopefully he didn't find his stroke.
Okay.
And having Looney or Bell on the court is useless. They're not comfortable yet. So right now you actually have an advantage. And if you have a hurt Clay, your depth is better than theirs right now. You just have a coach that doesn't know how to use them.
Here's the thing, though. We talk about this depth. I don't think Jordan Clarkson is going to see the floor anymore. And Hill may not see the floor either.
He'll see the floor. He'll start.
Because here's the thing. You got one guy in Hill who's playing scary. And you got another guy in Clarkson who's just doing too much and not letting the game come to him. And I think